Please go absolutely wild and crazy for your first act, Ray Fordyce!
Hello everyone, are you all well? Yeah. That's what we like to hear. A big huge crowd saying, yeah! Because so far we've just had tiny crowds going, well, I'm just going to pop this down here. You'll be introduced to this guy later, but this is our friend Pitty Bucket. Well, you'll hear more about him, but he's soon to become very famous because he's been shortlisted to appear in a movie adaptation of Ur Wully. And realise that there's no one in this audience who's Scottish, so they don't get that one. Great way to go. So, are you all well? You all good? You all enjoying the Fringe so far?
Yes.
Yes, I'm guessing you've been to see every version of Macbeth going. You've seen the 5 original adaptations, the 2 modern day adaptations, and the one done by Puppetry the Penis.
No.
You've not seen that one yet? Oh, highly recommended. I'll give you all the details later. So let's get a bit of an audience demographic. Are we all here from the UK? Yeah. Oh, right. No one from America? Canada?
Australia.
There we go. Australia. And do we have anyone from Serbia? Right. Okay, well that's half my material gone. What?
Hamilton.
Hamilton. Close enough. Whereabouts in Australia are you the nice people from? Perth.
Yeah.
Ah, right. We've got a Perth in Scotland, did you know that?
Yeah.
I bet every single Scottish person said, oh, we've got a Perth in Scotland too! Yeah. That's the only thing I've got on Perth, I'm afraid. Are you from Perth as well, or?
Melbourne.
Melbourne, okay. Oh, they've got the big comedy festival there, haven't they? Yeah. That's where we can aim for in about 5 years' time when we're actually good. Whereabouts in the UK you all from? The ones that did shout. So we've got Hamilton there, we've got
Bridge of Weir.
What?
Bridge of Weir.
Bridge of Weir. I'm guessing that's in the northeast, just your accent said Bridge of Weir. Whereabouts is that?
It's just west.
West. Oh,
Paisley. You'll have heard of Paisley.
yeah. So you sounded so northeast of England when you said that. Bridge of Weir. It's in the east of Scotland, west. This is going well. I've just already insulted half the audience. So as we were introduced there, my name is Ray Fordyce, and people did say that to me at school. They were like, "Oh, Fordyce, is that 1 less than 5 dice?" It's cheesy, I know, and it was. Hello, Mrs. Come on in. Come on in. You've only missed like all the good material. So, but I thought if that's what teaches them basic arithmetic, I will leave them to it. So I'm from a little shithole up the road called Dundee. That's pretty much the response I was expecting. Either no one's heard of it, or just like, oh fuck Dundee. So are you all familiar
My
with?
son supports Dundee United.
Good for him. I was sort of made to support them by my brother, just to spite my father.
No, he chose them.
Ah, okay. I didn't really choose. I just got dressed up in orange and black and just said, yeah, I support Dundee United, even though I fucking hated football. But they just, like I say, they just did it to spite my father, who was, to coin a Dundee phrase, a blue nose. That's he was a Dundee supporter. But only the Dundonian people will get that, so that was a completely wasted joke there. Is anyone else familiar with Dundee?
My dad was born there.
Ah, oh, nice one. So you probably got there's a Perth in Scotland. Now I see the connection then. So anyone who is not familiar with Dundee, let me give you a little example of its reputation, shall we say. If you go on YouTube after this show's finished and look up, there's a girl who's gone to see one of her favourite artists at a Dundee nightclub, and this is how the video goes. I love Professor Green! What, you want us to get my tits out or something? I'll get my crack out, I'm not getting my tits out. That Professor Green will suck his balls, I'm game for anything. Pure teabagged to fuck. I'm watching this girl thinking, she's fucking disgusting. She listens to Professor Green for fuck's sake. there's a great comment underneath that video that says, I bet this girl thinks sucking a flavoured condom's one of her 5 a day. Don't be stupid, she doesn't use condoms. No, I think her idea of safe sex is booking her abortion before she goes on the night out. So, I'm from Dundee. I know I don't look like I'm from Dundee because I'm not pregnant. This is my fringe belly because I've eaten so much crap during this month. In fact, I don't think I ever will be pregnant. I'm afraid to tell you I am gay, sorry girls and guys. But I'll say now, if you're expecting me to just do a show full of gay cliches, well, I'm sorry, but that is so not happening, sisters. Well, I don't need to because, let's be honest, in this day and age, there's only one difference between straight men and gay men now, isn't there? Straight men will brag about what comes out their arse. Good, I don't have to explain that. Yeah. Oh, that was quick. Only took you a few minutes to get that one. It took about half an hour for the last week's audience to get that, so it's impressive. Yeah, nobody's been all that shocked about me coming out. In fact, I've probably shocked more people telling them, brace yourselves, telling them that I hate cheese. Yeah. What?
Weirdo.
Yes, I know. I'm a fucking cheese-hating weirdo. But in a way, I guess that one was more like my coming out because I got a lot of similar reactions. Things like, you don't mean that, or it's just a phase you're going through. Or the classic, you just haven't found the right cheese yet. Well, despite the weirdo, I'm guessing you've all accepted it, so thank you. Occasionally I'll get this one little prick that won't accept it. To give you an example, I had a friend one time who, well, I say friend, he was more of a CUNT! And he decided to, well, he invited a few friends, me and a few friends round for a meal, and decided to tell me after we'd all eaten this lovely meal that he'd spiked my mashed potato with cheese. That's cheese rape! Told me afterwards, so that means you really do like cheese now. And I said, no, because if you put dog shit in, I wouldn't want to eat that as well. But the only reason he did that was because he loved cheese, so he wanted me to like it. Now, I like to give head, but I don't go around forcing people's heads down there saying, come on, I like it, you can like it, get started. Doesn't work that way, I'm afraid. Yeah, he's not my friend anymore. He's not alive anymore. It's poetic justice, he was strangled by a cheese wire. Okay, that didn't happen, but when my autobiography is published, that's the story I'm going to tell. So, yeah, nobody's really been all that shocked about me coming out. In fact, my mother was very lovely about me coming out. I was actually outed to her on Christmas Day 2002, when my brother decided to get me a calendar of scantily-clad men for Christmas. So we're hoping that, show it to my mother. She had this look of disappointment all down her face, because she didn't get one. She turned around to me later that day and said, son, it's okay, I've known for months. I said to her, months? Don't you mean years? You remember when I was 7 years old and I asked you for Barbie for Christmas? True story, actually. And then you disappointed me by giving me He-Man. And then I looked at his tight pants and his buff body and thought, actually that's not a bad present after all. Mum, could you get me Action Man Commando next year? Yeah, my mum is lovely, but bless her, she was very overprotective of me growing up. And she wouldn't even wrap me up in cotton wool for fear that she would chafe me. And she did this thing, I don't know if any of your mothers ever did this, but did this thing of thinking every injury or ailment could be solved by kissing it better. You know, you'd come in and you're like, Mum, I've hurt my elbow. Oh, kiss it better. Mum, I've got a sore head. Oh, kiss it better. Mum, I've got diarrhea. I'll take an Imodium then. She wasn't that twisted. But my brother was a bit of a, you know, the older brothers can be kind of bastards. This was a different brother to the one who outed me. This brother, the worst thing he did to me was when he introduced me to cunnilingus. Now I should just explain, right? He didn't work my mind by pulling someone's pants down and demonstrating, no. I just overheard him use it with a friend once, and I said, I was only 8 at the time, I said, oh, what does that word mean? So he, to protect my innocent nature, decided to change the definition to, it means to go and ask Mum to take the dog for a walk. Bad enough, until I go downstairs and say, Mum, can I cunnilingus the dog? I don't think she ever got over that one. I say she was overprotective, she had to be, because we were brought up in quite a rough area of Dundee. I know by what I've said, that probably doesn't narrow it down, but it's the kind of place where everyone had domestic disputes in their gardens. To give you one example, there was one where, the details are a bit hazy, but I think the woman had blabbed a secret she shouldn't have. The man was laying into her, and she just ended the argument with the best response ever. She just said, well, what do you expect? I'm a Gemini! Now, does anyone here ever use their star sign to explain why they're a bastard? Not that I'm insinuating y'all are a bastard. Oh, who said yes there?
Me, I'm a Gemini.
And have you blabbed a secret you shouldn't have?
Possibly.
Okay, this is getting awkward now. Yeah, but I think if we go by that logic, I'm going to go up to the zoo after the end of the show and start eating all the zebras, because I'm a Leo. This tattoo used to say I'm a Leo, and now it says I'm a gullible twat. Also went to a very rough primary school. The only primary school I know where you needed shin pads just to play hopscotch. And I got bullied a lot at school. Now you haven't broke the record. The record's about 10 seconds, I think. But still, it's better than the first time I did that one. A guy in the back just shouted, "Serves you right!" Yeah, thanks, Dad. So primary school I got picked on. I didn't like football, fighting, you know, all those things that boys are supposed to like, so I got called gay, which we now all know is true, but you don't admit that in primary school, do you? Not just because you'll get the shit kicked out of you, because you'll get touched up by the headmaster. Secondary school it got even worse. Now, of all the things that they could have picked on me there, they picked on me because one time I had a bit of dandruff. Now here's the rundown of the things that they used to say to me. Number 1, "Oi, you could go into business making your own snow globes." Number 2, "Yeah, the junky snort lines of cocaine off your scalp." And the number 3 thing that they used to say to me, "Yeah, see if I pour hot water on your head, will I get instant mash?" So, yeah, I left high school and then went to uni in Dundee as well, and guess what? They didn't really like me very much either. I've never had an offer of that, so thank you. Yeah, but they were a bit more discreet about it. Until this one time we used to have to get up in front of the class and give presentations, so that is one skill that should prove useful. You be the judge of that. But this one time I got up in front of them and they just started heckling. They were just like, "Get off your crap!" Which I think they could have held off on graduation day. And they were a bit of an odd bunch. I'll give you one example of their oddness. One guy was, for want of a better description, a little bit too in love with his own bodily functions. You know that kind of guy's proudest achievement's like a 30-second long fart or something. You're nodding there. Do you know someone like that? Or are you that person? Okay. Well, this guy, this is how he introduced himself to the class on the first week. Just waltzed into the class and just announced, "Oh, guys, should have seen the size of the dump I had this morning. Fucking enormous." Yeah, well, I said, if you were so proud of it, why didn't you take a photo of it? So guess what, everyone? He did. So all the other guys in the class gathered around like, oh, fuck, that's amazing. You know the way people gather around baby photos? But the only difference being in this case, you could have said, looks just like you, and meant it. But I don't go to uni there anymore. Actually, I live in Edinburgh now. I moved through here last year. It was nice to come to a place where people look like they actually want their kids. But before I go, I will just leave you with the main reason why I left. Out of the plethora I've probably already given you. I used to work in a restaurant there. Yeah. She's wooing because she can actually vouch for how much of this story is going to be true. The fact that I used to work there. And just before I left there, the restaurant was quite a class A, wasn't it? It wasn't super posh, but yeah, for Dundee it was respectable. And just before I left, there was a list of the top 10 restaurants of Dundee published. And did you see this list? We didn't even come anywhere near the top 10. Disgraceful, isn't it? Even more disgraceful when you find out what was number 1. Now, does anyone here want to have a guess what was number 1? What? No.
McDonald's.
Yeah, we go. Yes, we were beaten by McDonald's, would you believe that? We got beaten by steel meat and fusty bands. We got beaten by Richard and Judy. That's, Australia, do you get Richard and Judy in Australia? That was probably completely lost on you, so that was probably a bad one to end on. But everyone else got that, didn't they? No. Okay. Jen, I've...
Say it again.
What?
Say it again.
Say what again?
Punchline.
Oh, we got beaten by Richard and Judy. That was sympathy cheering. But it's probably the best I'm going to get for that one. So.